Watch it.
You know what that means. We're going to be doing a lot of Spider-Man videos until Spider-Man Homecoming. We're going to review all the Spider-Man films that have been released in theaters from 2002 to 2014. Now, with all that being said, let's get on with The Amazing Spider-Man. This review is going to contain a few spoilers, so spoiler alert, you've been warned. So anyway, what is the plot of The Amazing Spider-Man? Well, if you have seen the 2002 version, you know what the plot is for this movie. Peter Parker gets bitten by a spider, gets all these spider-like powers. Uncle Ben died. Now he has to live on with that grief and become a hero of New York, while there's the villain out to wreak havoc on it, and he has to come in and save the day. And that is my problem with this film. It just felt too much like a retread of the 2002 film. Even some plot elements here and there are very reminiscent. The trailers lied to us. Like they fully lied to us. We thought we were going to get the untold story. While we do get a few elements of that untold story, we only get more of those elements in the sequel, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So we just get like a full retread of not full retread, but mostly a full remake of the original. But I still really like this film. That will be my biggest negative. That it just felt too much like a full retread of the original, with plot elements not working. Another complaint that I have with this film also was its portrayal of the Lizard. I do understand his motivation. I do understand why he's doing the things he's doing. But the humanistic stuff and the humanistic look of the Lizard just doesn't look that interesting to me. It does look cool, but it does not look like the Lizard. It just looks like a mutant human with green scales everywhere and a tail. It just didn't work for me. He just felt too human. Also, reason why I don't think he's that good of a villain is that while you do understand where he's coming from because he wants to regrow his arm, there could have been much more to him. And there was a deleted scene where he had a child, and you're like, if he could just hold him with both of his arms, oh my goodness, he's a great villain. You understand his motivation. If that scene was in the film, then I would completely understand this villain. I would be behind him. I would think he will be a great villain. But sadly, the film doesn't really build him up that much. So, yeah, that was pretty much a letdown. That's my problem. The film felt too much of a retread. There's a few scenes that are deleted that should have been in there. And the Lizard was not that great of a villain. Overall, I think The Amazing Spider-Man is still a pretty good Spider-Man film. Andrew Garfield portrayed the character of Peter Parker very well. He played the coolest Peter Parker, not much of a nerdy one. The nerdy Peter Parker character was with Tobey Maguire. I feel like Andrew Garfield's different take was a much fresher one. And it's the one that I'm welcome, and it's the kind of Peter Parker that I really like. I like the awesome, cool, hipster Peter Parker than the nerdy science geek one. Sorry, Toby, you are great Peter Parker, but Andrew Garfield takes the win. But sorry to you both, Tom Holland just blew you off the roof. I can't wait for Homecoming. And Emma Stone is also really good at Gwen Stacy. I really like her character. I like how she's able to do stuff. She's able to help Peter. He even fights back against the lizard with a blowtorch. She's such a welcome character. I really love her. And the relationship between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, in my opinion, is the best relationship in any superhero film ever. It felt natural. You feel like they love each other, and they're all just so adorable. That's how good it is. And Emma Stone doesn't play the damsel in distress. She actually does help Peter Parker, as I said, in situations where he needs help. She gives him the antidote that he needs to save the world. She fights back against the lizard with a blowtorch. She tries to evacuate everybody out of the building. She does a lot in this film, and I really like her. Dennis Leary, who plays her father, while he is great in the film, I wish there could have been more of him because he was such a cool character as Captain Stacy. I really liked his portrayal of him. Until Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he just became a giant ghost, and it just, what the hell. But anyway, the characters here, apart from a few, are great. Sally Field portrayed Aunt May really well. I felt like her different take on her was really good. Still think that the old Aunt May, the old actress, I forgot who her name is. I think she portrayed a better Aunt May, but Sally Field's Aunt May is still really good. And the action. Oh my god, the action here is amazing. You compare this to a few action scenes from the original Spider-Man series. While the action scenes do improve as the films go on, I feel like these action scenes are much slicker, much more cooler, because the camera moves around New York City with Spider-Man, and it just looks amazing. You feel like you are swinging with Spider-Man at the moment. And the action is much more fast. The effects and CGI are amazing, and it really helped. And the darker tone of this film, I would say it's kind of welcome. I mean, the other ones are pretty silly. I wanted to see a different take. I want to see the darker take on Peter Parker, because Peter Parker is not just a fun character, he's also pretty much a dark character with a dark past. So I really like the dark aspect of the film, and I really welcome that, and they really utilize that very well. The story could have been, well, told differently. The villain could have been better, but the effects, the direction of the film by Mark Webb, he was the best part of the film. The relationship between Peter Parker and Gwen, the acting, everything else about the film, the action, the way it's filmed, I really like. Technically, in a technical aspect, this is better than the Raimi films. But in story standpoint, I think Raimi did a much better job, apart from Spider-Man 3. So for those reasons, I'm going to give The Amazing Spider-Man a B+. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next, I'll be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so you can stick around for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, Spider-Man Homecoming is just around the corner, and I'm really excited for it. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.